Hey yo ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to my YouTube channel. Okay, so this is definitely brand new. This is something that I just decided to do on my own. Doing a video podcast alone, it may be fun, if I can have your support by just subscribing into the subscribe channel, which hopefully will motivate me, which I think it will. Yeah, right? So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share with you guys a short video or maybe, short stories on the different podcast topics that, that we are actually trending right now. So to start off the whole podcast, Vodcast episode 1, which is 5 signs that you are working in a toxic work environment.
Ladies and gentlemen, recording live from sunny Singapore. With your host, Dee from After 6 Hustler, bringing you juicy news, reviews, and taboo topics. Listener discretion is advised. Check out the website at www.after6hustler.com, and it's about to go down.
During school, we just wish that we can actually work, and then when we work, we just wish that we want to go back to school. I believe that you guys have this feeling also as well. But moving on with being an adult, definitely there are times where I actually switch like 4 major jobs. Okay, 4 full-time jobs in my whole life. Okay, so definitely, I did ask around, and the top 5 reasons are what we're going to share today. Okay, so moving on with number 1, which is cliques, exclusion, and gossipy behavior. I mean, if you're working in a team, a very small team, we don't usually face. Okay, so I've worked with a team of as little as 3. And it has been the best. Is because there were no cliques, so there were no gossips. We were very upfront with each other. So having cliques and gossipy behavior in a team, it's toxic. Agree with me on this, guys, because you are not even going to be happy working, and all you hear is just people gossiping about each other. I mean, it happens. I do that sometimes, and the only reason is no one dares to actually approach, that kind of thing. So that is definitely one of the reasons, or one of the signs that that you're working in a toxic environment. And so moving on to number 2, which is unmotivated colleagues. And again, I believe you guys can relate really close with me, because I mean, if we are working again, I've worked in a very small group, and I've worked in a very, very huge group, right? So, I mean, working in a small group, if really you find your colleagues being unmotivated, God, you feel like you just want to go home and let's go on to the next day. Again, disclaimer, all these reasons are not because of what I'm facing now at work. This was a sharing session I had with, a few friends. And we came up with these 5 reasons again. So I'm sorry I had to put it in the center of the 5 reasons, because I just remembered about it. Moving on with number 6. What the fuck? Which is the rapid employee turnover rate. Yeah, I mean, I've read a book, and it's mentioned that a company with a high turnover rate is actually one of the biggest company, right? And I've seen it myself. I've worked in 2 very huge company, and yeah, the turnover rate, I mean, if you can see if it's high, it means that something's not right, or maybe the character of the person is not right. We wouldn't know, but that is definitely a sign that you have to beware. You have to be sure that is this the place that you want to go? And I totally agree with the book that I read. I forgot what was the book, but it was something to do with a character of a person, and how people are being managed in a very huge company. So yeah, definitely huge turnover rate. Point blank kind of sign that this is toxic environment, I think. I'm still having doubts, but I'm just sharing this because it's in one of the reasons why. Moving on to number 4, which is no work-life balance. In my current job, I dare to say this. In my current job, I do have very good work-life balance. I'm not sure about the rest of you guys, but this was also one of the topics that we actually talk about, like, work-life balance. Everybody's aiming for the OT, and some of them don't even want to do OT. Like, I work from 7 to 4. 7 I punch in, 4 o'clock I go out, and that's it. That's all I want. So it comes in a lot of ways as well. It comes to the shift, it comes to the number of days you work. So all these take into consideration. You might be happy with the work-life balance, you might not, but this is also one of the reasons why. And proceeding on to the last and final reason why, or no, not why, on signs that you're working in a toxic environment, is there is no moving forward. There is no moving forward. There is no moving forward. You're just cut over there. So you come in, okay, let's say for example, you just come in as a technician, right? 5 years down the road, you're still a technician. God, I think some might be happy. Again, this one is really in general. It's not for everybody. Okay, there needs to be a career progression. If there is nowhere else that you want to go, you will leave. Right? You will definitely leave. And I've actually felt this previously on my previous job also as well. When I start dragging myself to work, that's the time where I tell myself, like, you know what, forget about it. I am going to find for another job, and I don't mind going back down and going back up again. With all the experience that I have, is because I feel like, if there's you need to move on somewhere. I know some might just want to stay as a technician. I'm not saying technician is a bad job, okay? So it's just an example. Again, I just have to say this so people don't backlash me or whatever it is. Yeah, if there is no career progression in a career that I want to actually put my whole life into, then I think I wouldn't want to waste my time also as well. So now I am at my 4th year. Do I think? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for today. Okay, so if you have something that want a few other reasons why you feel that you're working, or the signs that you're working in a very toxic environment, do comment below. I would really appreciate it. I will reply to you. I mean I will reply to the comments. I will try and engage with you guys. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check out my whole social media, which is Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. These are the 3 major ones. Yeah, these are the 3 major ones, and also Twitter. I'm rarely on Twitter though, but yeah. But Twitter, for those who love to tweet, then that's about it. So again, thank you so much for having. This is episode 1 of the podcast, Vodcast. I think I should stop saying podcast. So thank you so much for actually viewing our first Vodcast. It's not ours, it's my first Vodcast. Okay, so yeah, again, do subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye.